How you doing, Mr. DJ? Back with well, another cool British band to get into back in the late '80s, early '90s. This band, they never made it here in the States, not in a big way. Their music, for the most part, was confined to college radio, and there might have been some alternative radio stations that played this band. MTV showed them a little love, and they played this record by Beloved at number 4 on my fancy playlist, April 23rd, 1990. Hello by Beloved at number 4. It's way up there, baby. I got it up there. If you're a Beloved fan, you're going to be proud of me, particularly if you're watching this video in England. Because the song only got as high as number 19 in England, but that's better than what it did over here. It didn't even chart over here on Billboard's Hot 100 that I can recollect. Hello by Beloved. Basically, the core of Beloved was two guys, John Marsh and Steve Waddington. Now, they added a third guy, and they called themselves The Journey Through. Now, this is towards the early to mid-'80s, The Journey Through. That's a psychedelic title. That's a love-in title. A dropping acid title. Like, reminds me of that song by the Amboy Dukes back in the summer of '68, Journey Through the Center of the Mind. Speaking of which, the Journey Through, well, basically, they started out as a guitar band, guitar-driven band. Then they added another guy. His name was Guy Goston, and they called themselves The Beloved. They changed their music, used drum machines, started to sound like New Order, post-punk, or New Order. And they released an album, 1986, their first studio album, Where It's At. And off that album, they had about 3 or 4 songs that made the indie charts in England, top 30. But none of them impact the singles charts in Britain. But that changed. By the time they came out with their second album, called Happiness, it was just 2 guys, Waddington and Marsh. And Happiness went to number 14 on the British album charts. The album did. And they had about 4 or 5 singles. Beloved was one of them. Well, I mean, Hello was one of them. That went to number 19. And there was their first charted hit in England. Well, their first top 40 commercial hit in England was Sun Rising. That went to number 26 in 1989 in England. Got some club action, too. And then there was Your Love Takes Me Higher. That went to number 39 in England. And, well, Beloved, Hello. I love the way, one of the really original things about this record was that they gave a lot of shout outs. And let me bring that up for you real quick. They listed a whole bunch of people, including Jeffrey Archer, a politician and novelist, Fred Astaire, Charlie Brown, Tommy Cannon, who's a comedian, Freddie Flintstone, Brian Hayes. A lot of these people not known here in the States, but better known in England, though. Well, they mentioned Mork and Mindy, and Desmond Tutu, and Willy Wonka. They were just throwing down on those names like a stream of consciousness. Later on, though, they had their biggest hit in England, 1993, Sweet Harmony. Went to number 8 in England. Went to number 3 in Austria. I think I heard that song. Did not chart here in the States. Was not played here in the States. But I remember the hook, the chorus. I heard it somewhere. I think I heard it on Hitline. These satellite radio stations, boy, they'll play things you'll never hear on the FM radio stations here in the States. I'm telling you, it's still true to this day in 2018. But I think Hitline, Muzak's top 40 outlet, Muzak, of all places, so they had this amazing top 40 station, Hitline. I think Hitline played it. And or I might have seen the video on MTV. That song, by the way, was written by John Marsh, founding group member John Marsh and his wife Helena, written and produced by them. And later on, Beloved came out with another song that charted in England called Satellite, went to number 19 in Britain. So they had some success overseas. Oh gosh, yes. One of the people who sang on this album, Let me see if I can bring that up real quick. I don't think I can. Bear with me. I gotta make sure I'm seeing this right. One of the people I believe who sang on this album, Happiness, fantastic singer, dance singer, Kim Massell, Love Me the Right Way. She had that amazing record they played on Hitline. I mentioned it before, but I love the song so much, but nobody else has ever heard it here in the States. But Love Me the Right Way was an amazing dance record she did. And then she came out with No More Tears, an old disco hit by Barbara Streisand and Donna Summer they did back in 1979. And she did that with another woman, I can't remember her name, but their version went to number 13 or number 14 in England. But I'm getting off topic, talking about Kim Massell. Got to save that for another time. Let's get back to Beloved. Hello. Number 4 on my fantasy playlist, April 23rd, 1990.